Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you I say Shalom. Alright, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Now this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Alright, so scriptures teach us to prove all things, not only with the prophecies and the things that's in the scriptures, but in life in general, man. Alright, and one of the reasons it tells us that is because of Psalm chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb, they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Alright, so we know the wicked is talking about a specific group of people. Alright, Esau, Edom, alright, the so-called white man. And scripture says as soon as they're born, they tell lies. Alright, so this is why we have to prove all things, because if we go by what they teach us, right, what they tell us, we're going to be speaking lies and teaching lies. This is why we have to prove all things. And one of the lies they teach us is about not only global warming, but the earth is overpopulated. Alright, and that's not true. Alright, so I've been meditating on this earlier today. I was wondering, so I typed it in Google just now, how much livable land is in the world. Alright, because the world is full of land. It's mostly water, but there's a lot of land. But a lot of it is mountains, swamp areas, places that people can't live. Alright, so it says the world has over 15 million square kilometers of arable land. Arable land is land plowed or tilled regularly, generally under a system of crop rotation. The world has 15.7 million square kilometers of arable land. Alright, so this is land that people could live off, people could feed off, grow crops and sustain their cattle. Alright, now it doesn't sound like a lot, because you got to compare, there's almost 8 billion people in the world. Alright, so I did the math on this. First I did 15 million square kilometers, 15.7 square kilometers equals 3,891,662,652 acres. Alright, just almost 4 billion acres of arable land, of livable land, right? Now, I took that and said, all right, so let me take this 3 billion number, 3.8 billion, and divide it by the 8 billion that's living in the planet today. All right, so it did 3.8 billion right here, and divided it by 8 billion, and it gave me almost half an acre per person in the world, man. All right, this is per person, not per household. So the average person in the world is supposed to have about a half acre to live on. All right, and a half acre is pretty big, man. A half acre is a decent sized area, man. All right, so now what we're gonna do? I think a half acre is like. Actually, let me Google it. You know what? Let me Google that. How big is a half acre? And I'm gonna see if I get a visual on how big it is. A half acre is 21,000 square feet, man. All right, and average 4-bedroom house is about 3,000 square feet. All right, so you could build about almost about seven 4-bedroom square houses on that land. All right, but let me see if I could get an image. 1 acre is approximately 16 tennis courts. So a half acre would be 8 tennis courts, about. All right. Let me see if I could get in a football field size. All right, so it's about 80 yards. So 40 yards would be about a half acre. I want to make sure that's right. Yep. Oh, so 1 acre is 3/4 of a football field. So a half acre would be around 40 to 50 yards. All right. So when you see things like this, projects, apartment complexes, all right, this is off, man. And why is this off? The scriptures tell you. All right. Let me jump over to Slovakia. This is off, man. The scriptures tell you that. Everything you need to know is in the scriptures, man. If you go to Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 8, woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. All right. Esau, Edom, the wicked, will have Jake and all the other nations crammed up house to house. And where do they live? They live in large ass lands, right? They say Bill Gates is the largest I think one of the largest owners of farmland in America, or maybe the world. All right. Why does one man need all that land, man? All right. And where's everybody else crammed up in the apartment complexes, man? See, they put us in captivity. They pay us shekels, pennies, you know. They take all that money so they can live by themselves and do their own thing in peace, man. All right. Heaven and hell are on earth, right? There are some people in heaven right now, and there are a lot of people in hell right now. But those roles are going to be reversed, all right? Where Jake is going to be in an eternal heaven, all right? But till then, this is what they got to deal with. Isaiah 5 and 8. Woe unto them that join house to house, all right? Woe, death, destruction, misery, all right? That lay field to field till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. See, scripture says, till they be no place. What is the elite saying now? Right? What's the propaganda that is being pushed out now? The world is overpopulated. That's not true, man. All right? Now, going back to this number, this half acre number, right? Almost a half acre per person. Then that got me thinking, not everybody lives alone. All right? So what's the average family size in the world? All right? So I put that in Google as well. Average household size in the world is 5 people. All right. The average people per house, right, is 5 people. Around the world, the average person lives in a household of 4.9 people, but this number is much bigger in the sub-Saharan Africa, which is at 6.9 people, and Middle East and North African regions at 6.2. And it's smallest in North America at 3.3 and Europe 3.1. All right. So if you got the average of 5 people per household, this number is technically not accurate. A half acre? No, you got to times that by 5. So the average person is supposed to be average household is supposed to be in about 2.45 acres, man. So if I go to now let me do this. Let me go. How big is 2 acres? Go on images. All right. This will be 2 acres. Remember, it's almost 2.5 acres, so it's even more than that. All right. So if you look at the apartment complexes, it's about the same size. It's probably about 2 acres right here, and they cram about 100, 200 families in this 2 acres alone. All right. And then they tell you that this place is overpopulated. I'm gonna put 2.4 acres to see if I get an accurate, description based on images. 2.4 acres in Andrew County, Missouri. All right. See, that's a house right there. another house right here or garage or something. It's all this land, right? To farm, raise cattle, all this land. Now, if 5 people could live in this place comfortably, right? But yeah, you could build a house for the parents and a house for the children and still have a big ass piece of land, man. But these people, man, these people want to join house to house so they can keep it all, man. This is why the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go out speaking lies from the get go, man. All right. Let me jump over to Deuteronomy 32 and start at verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. All right. Most High already gave everybody their land, man. Where everybody's supposed to be is already been designated, right? But Esau, Edom did a wicked thing, man. And what's the wicked thing they did? All right. We go to Micah chapter 2. Start from the top. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. All right, they just do evil just cause. All right, they have the power to do evil, so they do it. They have the power to do good, but they rather do evil, man. All right. Verse 2 is the point. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. All right. The wicked coveted fields, they coveted houses, and they took them away violently. All right. And what did that cause? It caused the oppression of a man and his household, even a man and his heritage. All right. Because if you think about it, let's say all Jake lived in here, which is possible because this is in the Bronx, right? Let's say all Jake lived in here, this one building alone. I'm not going to count the other two that's in the background, all right? Chances are those Jakes that grew up in here are going to grow up in another apartment, right? They're not going to buy a house so they could pass their house and their land on to their children, right? Which is usually the inheritance, right? So they this is by they doing something like this, right? They oppressed a man and his heritage, man. All right, because no Jake owns these, man. They're all renting this out, all right? So when they pass on, they don't pass their apartment on, right? Micah 2 and 2 again. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. They take away houses, man, and they put you in ghettos, right? Who is this, man? Who are getting their homes and their houses and their land taken away? Is it Esau, Edom? All right. Is it Moab? Is it Hamites? No, it's you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the biggest proof of that is you so-called Native Americans, man. Of biggest proof of lands being taken away. All right. Continuing on, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to the elect of Israel. Until next time, Shalom and Abad Babal.